So I want to first off welcome everyone to our official groundbreaking of our new skate park here in the city of Jamestown. I'm Mayor Eddie Sundquist. I'm going to be kicking us off today, and we've got a whole group of folks to come say a few words about what this project has meant to the community and how important this is going forward for the city of Jamestown. One of the biggest things during the middle of a pandemic, we are now breaking ground on a completely new project, something that many communities across Western New York have not gotten the opportunity to do. So the fact that we're still working on behalf of our kids, our youth here in the city of Jamestown, to make sure that we have a space where they can be the best they can be is so incredibly important. We recognize that, and we're excited today to finally grab some of these awesome gold shovels, throw in some dirt. As you can tell, we've had a few of our larger folks put in some dirt in the back. We won't make you shovel that today, though. Don't worry about that. So I do want to just point out here what's so really incredible is the fact that as a city, we've adapted and changed over the years. This spot behind me today that's going to be the new skate park was our former old trolley maintenance house when we had trolleys running through the city. And to take what is left, to have folks redesign it, creating all sorts of different parts of a skate park from the base of this structure is really an incredible thing for the city. But I would be remiss not to just thank all of the hard work and dedication that has gone into this project to get us today to break this ground. Some of these folks that I will mention are going to speak today and say a few words, but I want to at least recognize and acknowledge all of this incredible work that got us here today. First and foremost, we want to thank the Tony Hawk Foundation, which has provided a significant portion of funding for this new groundbreaking, the Ralph Wilson Foundation, the Community Foundation, the City of Jamestown, including employees that were here before and have come back just for this. We have John Williams, our former Parks Manager, Dan Stone, our current Parks Manager, former Mayor Sam Teresi, who unfortunately couldn't join us today, but has sent word that he will be actively skating with his skateboard once it's done. Wants to come to the dedication, try out the new bowl. We'll see how that goes. We also want to thank our Department of Development, Crystal Serdick and Ellen Shadle, as well as Jeff Lehman, our acting Parks Director / Public Works Director. He gets the fun title, right? We also want to acknowledge we have here today Tony Dulce, the President of the City Council, as well as Brent Sheldon, one of our other council members, and to thank those that really can't be here today, which are the countless donors that have given of their time, their money, and their love and support of this project that has raised a tremendous amount of funds to make this happen this year. We're excited at the first phase of this project. We're excited to start to talk about starting the next phase, fully completing this really world-class attraction. And we're also pleased to note that as of today, our Public Works Department had informed me that we'll also be extending the river walk behind the park during our summer project this year. So not only do we get an incredible skate park, but we now have an extension of the river walk and can enjoy the river that we have been increasing access to over the last several years. So with that, I have a few cast of characters to come up here and talk a little bit about some of the work that we are doing on this. Once we get done with all those, we'll break some ground and we'll get to use the fun shovels. How about that? I'd like to invite up for a few words Trevor Staples from the Tony Hawk Foundation first.
Hello, my name is Trevor Staples. I'm with the Skatepark project, formerly the Tony Hawk Foundation. We changed our name over the last year. but we're still the same organization that helps communities, municipalities develop public skate parks for their citizens. A couple of years ago, it was 3 years ago, when we started the Built to Play skate park program for West New York and Southeast Michigan. I was just cold calling people across the region, and I called Pete Shira at his shop there, and I was going to give him all the information about the new grant program, and he said, I'm already working on the application. So he's really got his act together, and Pete Shira is really the driving force behind all this. This couldn't be possible without the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, who's funded up to 20 skate parks throughout the region, so at least 10 in Western New York. This week I've been traveling from Rochester to Buffalo to Jamestown to Ellicottville, Salamanca, all over the region, working with communities that are developing these public skate parks. This public skate park for Jamestown will probably be a shining example of what people can do in the region. It's been sort of a skateboarding drought, a skate park drought region, but now there's going to be a whole circuit of skate parks, including Jamestown as one of the crown jewels of the area, and people are going to travel from all over to come here. One last thing I'd like to say is that the city of Jamestown, the staff and elected officials, since this thing started, have been supportive, and that's just an example of how far skateboarding has come, and skate parks, and Pete Shira's leadership also, and the work that all these groups have done together have just created something that you don't see in every community. So it's really good to see that, and that's at the Skatepark Project and Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation. We like to see community members driving these projects, and the municipalities being fired up about it. And I know everyone is just super excited to look at this site, and even though it looks a little rough right now, it's just when I come up to a site like this and I see what's going to happen, I get chills. I'm getting chills right now, just because when this is built, it's going to be busy all the time, and there's going to be so many happy people, not only the skaters, but just regular old community members who are going to come down and hang out and enjoy the space and connecting the different parts of town. It's just going to be a great example of what a city can do with their community members. So with that, I'll pass it on to whoever's next.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, you've heard his name a lot and want to invite him up for a couple words, but I'd love to have Pete Shira join us, who represents a couple different hats. I think Jamestown Skate Products, Skate JTNY, and really a visionary on creating this park for us. So Pete, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Mayor Sundquist. Thanks everybody for coming. I just can't believe this is actually happening. We started raising money for this, I'd say, with the Active Artists Alliance about 10 years ago. We'd start having skateboard deck art shows and just keeping the money put away in a bank account, waiting for this day to happen. But really, we never knew where it was going to be, or we just knew that someday that the time would be right and a skate park would happen, and kept having the shows, and then, like Trevor said previously, I found out about the Built to Play grant from the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, and got the ball rolling that with Trevor and our previous mayor, Sam Teresi, and since then the ball has been rolling really, really smooth, thanks to everybody here, like from Crystal to Dan to Mr. Doles and Jeff and John, everybody. So this is, like Trevor said, I have chills right now. It's just so amazing. In 6 months from now, hopefully, there's going to be a bunch of kids down here, Jamestown kids learning to skate, avid skaters, parents coming down enjoying it, people just walking our new river walk and seeing what's going on. It's going to be really, really cool, and it's just mind-blowing. And so huge thanks to Community Foundation, Skate Park Project, City of Jamestown, Mayor Sundquist, everybody involved. This is just absolutely mind-blowing this is happening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Pete. We appreciate that. I'd like to invite up Jeff Lehman, our acting parks director, if you'd like to say a few words on the groundbreaking.
Thank you, Mayor. It's crazy. This project kicked off a couple years ago, and I got to be honest with you, I know nothing about skating, so I was like the probably the dumbest guy in the room, I guess. And it's really taken shape. We got a nice set of plans coming. I think it's going to be a really exciting new piece of our river walk. Again, I want to thank everybody that's already been thanked 100 times because it was really a team effort. So thank you.
And the last person we'd like to invite up is someone that has helped us bridge the gap and provide additional funding right here in the community. The Community Foundation through Tori Eargang. If you wouldn't mind coming up, talk a little bit about the work that you've been doing with the skate park.
Well, last but not least, I'm the final thing before we get to throw the dirt. Before I came to the Community Foundation 3.5 years ago, what I knew about the organization is that every important project that happened in Jamestown had the Community Foundation as a partner, especially all the outdoor projects, as I look at all the people that pull off the outdoor things. So I knew that in my new role there, I better get in line and do the same thing. And when this project came up to be an opportunity to partner with Skatepark Project, the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, the City of Jamestown, community donors, this has, our fingerprint. This is exactly in our DNA and what we're here to do. So it's been a real pleasure. It's always a pleasure to work with Pete and to follow his energy and the way that he makes things happen and pulls them off. And he's never stressed out. He's never under pressure. He just rolls with it. It's awesome. So we're happy to be a partner. We're happy to continue to support things that are happening in the outdoor space in the city of Jamestown. We love what's already happened with the Riverwalk, with the park behind the National Comedy Center. We just love what it's doing for our downtown and happy for this to be the next step.
Thank you, Tori. So we now come to the part where we get to throw some dirt. Who's excited? Anyone? So if we can invite up our dirt throwers over here. President Doles, come on up. Pete?
All right, if Remy
Yeah. You want a tiny shovel for him?
Jeff. Oh, you got John.
You get one after sound, right? We'll do one more time. We're going to actually have you all sign one of the gold shovels in honor of commemorating this today. And we're going to present it actually to Pete Sheriff for all of his work that he's done on this on the project. So, Jan, do you have a? Yeah. I'm going to take your shovel.
board yet?
He's the coolest dog, and if my skateboard hits the ground, he loses his mind. It's like the only bummer. He turns into a different dog. Yeah.
Next puppy you get, you have to teach me. I trained from the beginning.
I did. He was born in my building.
All that rack up started to bother me.
It's something. And he knows when it's my board. Like anybody else doesn't care. Me. That's it.
John, to sign it before Pete gets to sign his own. How do we do your dog's paw? That's really what I.
Seriously? I was kind of joking.
He just showed up today.
Oh, fantastic.
You wanna sign your own on there? There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Get Jeff and Dan too.
Why don't you ask him over?
Jeff, Dan. Let's just sign.
And then sign it. We'll present some
See a lot of each other.
Crystal. Come, sign.
It's almost like a little video.
Sam signed it when he comes to
He does want to come to the demo.
Yeah, I actually ran into him at the transfer station.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
Pete.
gonna hang it in the shop.
Here you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Official groundbreaking.
Wow, this is crazy. Oh man.
Let Ellen sign it too. She's working her butt off on this. I know.
I like that. Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us today. We're excited to get started on some work.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you.
See, let me check my scope.
I'll move my hair out a little bit.
As long as I'm not going to a doctor, I'm all set.
All right.
These are not any signs. I heard one word, exam.
Thank you, everyone. There will be a reception put on by the mayor at the drop box.
Just wait.
Make sure you don't run over that electric car.
Yeah, what is that?
You know, think about like the part that you play in this. Out of this. You and your tribe. Oh, I bet. You know what? We'll do. We're gonna see some grandpa around. I saw it.
I gotta take off.
Busy?
Yeah, I got another appointment. I gotta go to at 3 and I want to make sure I get
He's
there
like,
in
you
time.
want me to scan all of these pages?
I mean,
I'm glad to see you.
It's full size.
You're gonna have to just call me.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
call you tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Okay, because yeah, tomorrow the only thing I have is at
I got a 9 o'clock and then I got to meet the National Pool. I told them I have a 9 o'clock too.
okay. I have someone at I think let me look. I'm interviewing Annie Green from the library. I can't look at my calendar. Different one. I held off on running the Grand Strix. I want because I know there's more to it than what's in the press release. So and it's also not, it's better when people hear you talk about it. So.
And I'm thinking the 28th for Hardwood.
Cool.
Allen Park.
Oh, Allen Park, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna do
got that
replace
grant.
the
The spruce trees. We got the grants. It's New York State grant on that.
Yeah.
We'll plant 8 or 10 trees in there. So.
Hey, I just talked to the land conservancy today, and they're trying to buy property up next to Allegheny State Park. And this property, the guy who owns it, they have American chestnuts that have been rooted. They've been growing underground. They get shoots that are coming up. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I just couldn't believe. He's like,
Karuba sent me a story the other day.
Yeah.
Related it and how it relates to Mother's Day.
Yeah.
How like the parent tree actually sends those shoots more energy to keep growing. It's crazy.
I had no idea. Never. I'm like, I mean, American chestnut. I haven't seen that in
No, forever.
Never. And he said, yeah. So they're trying to buy the land because they're going to make it part of this whole Western New York wildway. Yeah. So the whole interview is going to be on tonight at 5 with everyone and their brother Eddie. Eddie, the school superintendent, this guy from the Land Conservancy, and Brian Pimple from the Humane Society. Yeah, I get all of them. So.
Cool. Shoot me a text.
I will, yeah, because I mean I'm there. I usually can't talk to anybody until after 8:30 because the studio I need is engaged and so on. So yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Good deal. Good
All right.
seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you. How old are you? Tired.
Yeah.
Oh.
How's it going? Good. What's up?
What are you doing for excitement now?
Nothing much.
Okay.
Can't do much this year. Get my knees done in August, so no sense of trying to get
You're
anything
doing both
started
at the
right
same
now.
time?
One in August, one in October.
Just because it's so much fun. You don't like that.
Oh, yeah,
You got your phone?
I said, sure, I'm doing both of them once. I may want to come back.
What's his name had that done? The guy at the high school. Ian Steve.
Oh, yeah?
He did them both at the same time. He goes, I'm not doing this. I don't care. I'll be in the village for 6 weeks. I'll sit in a chair. I can wheel around. I can whatever. He goes, I'm time done. Because I'm afraid that if I do one, I'll lose my nerve to do the other.
So it's going to be too much for you. That's
You got no choice.
Yeah, my age is killing me.
Hey, my little ass is budding.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
So maybe you want to
Inject it.
you go by there and check. It just popped out like yesterday because I know they're late. So I just noticed because I was thinking, I don't know, nothing's coming out. Then the other day I saw a little green. So now they got little greens all around. So take a look at it if you think it's worth.
We can
Inject it and then save it if you can. You know, I hate to get rid of it unless I have to. As long as it's still alive, let's try to see what we can do for a year or two. Is that ever going to go away? Or is I mean, are the beetles now that they've killed everything?
That's always been my question, right? You look at Google every day and it's a different community now out in the Midwest dealing with it, right? And it's out in Oregon and everything else. So now, when I first came out, I always asked that question.
Mark, good to see you. Thank you. You got everything you need for that story? Okay.
Yeah. So now they're telling me it's going to hit the ocean and then just come back to it.
You guys good with this? Dan? You don't have to worry about it.
Let's go home and sit on the porch, right?
Yeah, so.
Good to see you, Joe.
Injector.
We'll take a look. Hey, how are you?
We're hanging in there.
Oh, yeah, you too. Have a good one.
Busy days.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you in a few.
We're hoping to get things lined up to be able to do it all together. But phase 1 will commence with or without things in place for phase 2. How old's your pupper? It's 9. Not necessarily. If phase 1 is done at the end of this year, you'll get phase 1 next year. That's my long-winded way of saying it.